Okay, so let's restart. Yeah, like I was saying, you're proposing to rename the test, but to be honest, at this stage, I will delete it once we are done with it. So I will not, care a lot about it. But yeah, now we can, without losing the focus in the code, we can do just testing. It launches both the UI and the unit tests. And another disadvantage is that they are really slow.
UI tests.
Yeah, you see that it takes, I don't know how much, 3, 6 seconds, 8, total of 8 seconds. Imagine that you have like 100 of these. So you will not run them frequently. If you're not running them frequently, they lose their value. If they lose their value, don't maintain, and it's this feedback loop. Yeah. So we can add temporary UI test. So now we can apply the things that we did from the migration.
Yep.
So okay, last migration from Xcode 8 to 10.1. The inference is on. We need to change this to default after. I need to forget. So yeah, this is the enum. Another way that I like to see is this view. I don't know if you're familiar. Is this? No, this one, sorry. That shows all the files that were modified, so you can navigate easier. And in here you can say what was changed. Yeah, like that. So I prefer to do like this. I don't know. No? I see that it didn't propose to, or the guys at Apple forgot to migrate this, because it should also use instead of the make using this one. We can do this thing as well. Yeah. So this is the alert. Okay. The app delegate got changed here. The report controller, the thing that we said before. And in here, this thing that we need to simplify.
So we still have one more thing to do.
And here we can
get rid of the inits.
And we can see that there's some duplication here. No, that's interesting. In the interface controller and in the view controller, they're completely duplicated.
So it's setting the map zoom, but just for the two different types of map.
Oh yeah, but it's doing the...
Or it's doing everything.
It's doing the same thing, no? I don't know why they are duplicated. I don't even know what is the difference between interface and view
one's
control.
the watch, one's the map.
Interesting. But as you see, there's no way that... So this should be extracted to a common object that is shared between the two targets, the watchOS. So we can add in here and extract command. What it's doing actually is doing the map zoom. So it's also requesting the... I will write it like that for now. Yeah, it's very broad, but okay. So we can also actually copy also this. Yeah, but what we can do after this migration is running the tests that we wrote before. Still remind us that we need to change the behavior. Yeah. So it completed the UI tests and is running the unit. Now it's running the UI. Okay. So yeah, we get some sort of confidence that everything works.
Yes.
So now that we have the confidence that it works, we can commit the first version. Migrate to Swift 4.2 and Xcode 10.1. Okay, we can push. So now what we need to do,
Yeah, which bit are you tackling next? The
we can do the easiest part, so the inference, set the inference to default. If I delete this, yeah, actually it goes to default. So I prefer to have, like, you see that when it is in bold,
yeah,
it's
like
because
it's
it's
been
from
set.
this target, so I prefer to set for, we didn't test the watchOS actually, now that I remember. So let's do one thing first. Yeah, but one way to do it is to be like delete.
Yep.
And this inherits from the project, the default behavior. So I think it's like that. This warning should go away. But then we need to annotate it. Actually, no. So we run the test and see, and this is one kind of advantage of having these tests. Like, I don't need to open the simulator or the device and lose time and focus. I'm just like focusing on that. And the test succeed. So set Swift object inference to default. Yeah. Okay. So there was, I don't remember where, but we had the helper function, and this is really
this
let's find
migrate a mess up.
So this is being called here, and it also didn't format the code, the migrate, but that's okay.
So the info changed.
So this, you receive a dictionary with this kind of key and then any value, and we are using this with this key to get the image, but I think it's the same. If
we just need to put the edited. Yeah, that's it. But then by removing the info, so there's a let info,
okay.
and that's overriding the info in the function call.
And that should be the same behavior, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually don't have a UI test for this. This is the picker when you're doing a report to a backstation. So it's here when you click this. So it's doing this picker. Yeah. Source type not available because we are in the simulator. So we are actually trying to
get the camera. Is it?
Get the camera. And we don't have it, so I think there is a photo library for now. And this will get from the photo library. You can use the simulator. Yeah, so yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so we can remove this. So actually, and this one was no one is using anymore. This, yeah.
I don't know where that one was being called.
Yeah, it was called to convert the info.
So okay, got you.
This was really strange, this dance. So
It's just like a 2-part thing, and
Yeah.
that's what confuses the migrator again.
yeah, it was really no. Actually, it was like that. The original code was in one line. It inserted the local variable, and then created one method to convert this to the info, and then to convert back to the enum. Yeah, it's really strange. Because if we do like this,
I mean, see what it looked like.
yeah, this is what it looked like before the migrator.
And it just did it exactly like we did it.
Yeah. Instead of, I don't know why the migrator is using self, and instead of converting this to dot.
Dot edit image. It takes
Yeah.
a long route.
It
But
was.
okay.
Yeah. But that's okay. So if we run the tests now, everything should work.
And so if you were updating to the next version of JavaScript, for example,
Mm-hmm.
your previous version of JavaScript would still work.
Yeah. So this is a thing that some languages have already defined, but Swift doesn't. For example, in Java they have it already. So you can
What's
have
it called when that happens?
It's called ABI. So it's like every software, every library has like a binary interface. And so it's defined like, for example, the methods and everything is properly defined. So you can have like older versions and they know how to call like previous versions.
Yeah.
Because they are stable.
Yeah.
And right now they are proposing to, it's one of the major
goals
of Swift 5 is to introduce this.
So
ABI stability.
could it be there by Swift 5, or is it?
Yeah. And in that case, it will be also a very good thing for like library maintainers, because you do this very simple library that does one thing,
And then it's there.
and then it's there and people
Yep.
can use it and call it from different versions of Swift.
Definitely.
The reason that they haven't done it yet is because they want to like move faster and don't worry, you don't have an extra burden of like, we cannot do this kind of thing because we need to maintain compatibility.
Yep.
Yeah. So remove helper function introduced by migrator. Okay. There was other things or no from the migration that you needed to tackle? Actually, don't remember.
No, I think it was just the object C and then that one, at least what I remember.
Okay. Then let's move on. Okay, perfect. We still have some warnings though. So now we need to give an asset. We also didn't update it to recommended files. Logs.
Okay, so what do these mean? Because this is one of the things that I would just click perform changes.
Yeah, and it's okay because what they every year in the new compilers they introduce new warnings. Like for example, I don't know what what these things mean. All of them you could study them.
Yeah.
But like for example, implicit retain of self within blocks. These will like generate warnings for all
whenever
these
those things, definitely.
when these things happen.
I can't
like-
see any downsides to doing this.
No, there's no. It's always good to have more warnings,
But why does it ask you?
because maybe you don't want to do it now. That could be a reason.
Okay.
Because you can say maybe, for example, imagine that you treat warnings as errors.
Yeah.
So if you have a warning, you cannot compile your app.
You
And
don't
maybe
want
you don't
the,
want to to break your app. You want to like say, okay, I'm going to break the app. I'm in this mindset. Maybe I don't know. And it also then if it does it automatically, maybe you don't know who changed this like that. You know that you changed because you click perform change. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sets these flags. This from the. Okay, perfect. Compiler warnings. Okay. Okay, supporting the application supporting files. Interesting. So the thing is that this application can also be opened by other applications. Where it was. Yeah, so it's defined here: maps, bike, and pedestrian. This is done so that the Apple Maps, if you ask a route from a point to another, you can ask this app to pass this information to the app. Yeah, and I think that is why this is complaining, but I'm not sure. Okay, but I will say that apply to Swift 4 is done. One thing that we missed was to see the watchOS. So we don't know if we broke that one. If we see that on the Swift, actually is where it is. Multiple versions. So there is a target that Swift 3.0. So the watchOS is still using the older.
So why is the watchOS still using it?
No idea. Seems like the migrator didn't set that value. So what we can do, I always like to, like we've done before,
just like deleting it and setting it to the default of the project.
Yeah, and in the project set, so I'm sure that everyone inherits this. So to simplify, because there are so many flags here that it's overwhelming. Like
yeah.
So let's run again the test just to be sure for the. But it's compiling. When we compile the iOS, it also compiles the watchOS. But we need to test it. So what we can do? We also have a complication to see. Yeah, let's just try to launch the watchOS and see that it compiles. Let's close this. Okay. Running, but not running. It's doing something, but it's not launching. Okay. It's attaching the debugger. Perfect. Okay. Okay, here it should load. I think in the simulator it doesn't load the map. And that's why it doesn't work. We should. I believe, but I'm not sure. At least if I remember correctly. I'm not sure if it loads the maps or not.
I wonder why it wouldn't load the map.
No idea. Yeah. But yeah, we didn't change a lot in the... was only syntax changed it, so I won't expect it to break. Yeah. It's not working. Yeah. We removed and set like the whole project. So start as well. Okay, I will say this is done, the upgrade. So we can start moving that. And then we can tackle this. For example, the
Remove report button.
remove the report button.
It seems pretty easy, but it depends how much code we want to remove as well.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say with this? Would you just, like, you could just hide this button and we will have completed that thing and be closer to like release 1.1?
Yeah, in here it depends on the business priorities. If you need, okay, we need to ship now an update as soon as possible, then I will just hide it. So I will take a different approach and say I will hide it,
and add
go
it
to the next
technical
one,
debt.
and then add here to the next step, like remove that code
Yeah.
from the report button. So it's like a strategy that you will take. In this kind of case, we have more time, so we can. What? It launched. What? Okay. Sorry. To selected the other. I mixed up the simulators. Yeah. If this was a bigger app, it will be not so easy to find out the report button. One trick that I used several times is to use the view debugger. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and find like that. Okay, what's that button and where it is located. It's an easy way to see that. One way will be to search, or in here looking at this button and see where it is defined and the description. Another way is just to look for report, and if naming is consistent, we'll find, or maybe not. Yeah, there is the report button. So you want to validate assumptions, since we are always working with
report button.
With legacy code. Maybe report button is not the report button, so is hidden. True. And you try to launch the app just to make sure.
Now we find out that it hides the button and then unhides it at other points, and
you see, it's interesting. So it hid the button is hidden, but it has some custom view behind it. So it's not only this. So in this case, I think everything is defined in a storyboard. So, or no, or is by code? No, it's by code. If you go to the app delegate, no, it's not by code. Okay. We have this view. I was like, what? Okay.
We have a storyboard.
So, yeah, as you can see, this is the view. So we can, I don't know if it has a reference. No, it has no reference. So we can hide them from here.
That we can say with a lot of confidence. It's got no reference and it's now hidden.
Yeah.
So nothing
Nothing breaks. Yeah. Seems good. So yeah, in here it depends. Like, maybe you could do a first commit like that, like hiding the first button. Depends on what you want to hide. Report button. And now you could move on, and this is like theoretically done. But one way to do it will be like removing this reference,
and then
this one, and then try to run the tests.
One thing that I don't like about Xcode that much is I can't see an easy way to see whether a function gets run at all. Do you know how I mean?
Yeah.
So say we've just deleted something then that
Mm.
runs a function, but that function's now not being used, then we should delete that function.
Yeah.
But
Like not. There are actually tools for that.
Yeah.
To other tools like in other IDEs, they can get like grayed out. And
Yeah,
say this is
in
not
Android
used.
Studio it does, in
Yeah,
all IntelliJ.
This is really good. It's really good, but unfortunately we don't. Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, it's just surprising. It's the same with variables.
Hmm.
I don't know why they never made that.
Yeah, you can see that they have other priorities. So one warning that came out was this one. Now this navigation controller has no way of being called,
Yeah.
so we can remove this as well.
But now there's whole classes, I'm assuming, for that report controller.
Yeah,
They're now the report controller,
yeah.
I guess.
I will guess this one.
All that image picker stuff that we didn't have to do.
Yeah. We can remove this. So, yeah. And I think that's it. The thing is that we are not sure now that we removed everything that relates to the report. The thing that you were saying, no?
Yeah, we like, and then this is in a not that complicated app. So
Mm.
imagine if this code base was 10 times as big.
Yeah. No, there are actually. I saw one lately. Periphery. This one. This one does what Xcode should do. So it like tracks all your projects. We can try to use it as well. Yeah.
Nice.
This could be, if it was, for example, in a team, we could propose this. Why we don't try preframe to remove unused code, and then we'll like document it, explain maybe the disadvantage or not, and then try to prioritize somehow. Yeah, that could be a way to go.
Okay.
What?
25 minutes.
Okay. Nice.